Hi guys, it's Nick DeFilippo here, and in this video I want to show you how to use serial communication to get your Arduino to interface to your computer. And I'm going to show you two different things. I'm going to first show you how to get the Arduino to put output to your computer, and then I'm going to have the Arduino take information from the computer, so take what we sent from the computer and turn on and off the LED. And now, again, like my previous videos, I'm using your LED connected to pin 13. So if you're following along, the only thing you're going to need is an Arduino board and a USB cable that's connected to your computer. I just have this external LED and resistor connected to pin 13 to make it easier for you to see the LED turn on and off. So if we look at some code, if we're going to use serial communication, the first thing we want to do is we want to type in serial.begin and 9600. And this opens a serial communication port with a baud rate of 9600. And a baud rate, so a baud rate is the data rate in bits per second. And with the Arduino, 9600 is sort of the default that this program goes with. So if you go up to here, if you go to Tools and you go to Serial Monitor, which is what I'll be using to interface with the Arduino, you see right down here we have this baud rate of 9600, but there's a lot of other values that we could have chosen, but since it starts at 9600 for what we're doing, I'm just going to leave it at that. So our serial.begin 9600, the S in serial needs to be capital, and then we're going to go to our loop, and we're simply going to write serial.print, and we're going to type in hello world, and this tells our serial port to print the command or to print the string, and we know this is a string because it has double quotes surrounding it, hello world. So if we upload this to our Arduino and we go to Tools, Serial Monitor, we're going to see this hello world scrolling really quickly in one line. And right now it's sort of unreadable if you didn't know it was saying hello world. So let's fix that. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to, at the end of this, add a carriage return /r and a new line /n. Now, if you're just using serial monitor, you won't need this carriage return. You can just go with a new line, but if you're using other programs, you might need this carriage return new line, or you might have sort of a staircase effect when you try to write hello world. So I'm just going to use carriage return new line. And if we upload this now, and we go to serial monitor, instead of going horizontal, it's going to go vertically. And again, it's writing really quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a delay of 1 second and upload again. And when we look at this is going to print hello world once every second. So this type of serial monitoring is good if you're trying to debug a program and you're not sure what values a variable has at certain times. So you can use serial monitor to check the values of your variables. There's one other thing. Instead of using print and writing our string and then having a carriage return new line, Arduino actually has a built-in function that takes care of this carriage return new line for you. And this command is actually print line. So we have serial.println, and when we upload this, instead of having to type the carriage return new line, it will do it automatically for us. So when we go to serial monitor, this will all be on separate lines. Okay, so we've shown how to get the Arduino to put output to a computer screen, and now let's look at how to have an Arduino take input from the computer and turn on and off the LED. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to declare our LED pin as equal to pin 13. And in our setup, we are going to declare pin 13 as an output. So pin mode, LED pin, and it's going to be output. And I'm going to get rid of what I have in my loop, and instead I'm going to look for if serial.available open and close parentheses is greater than 0. So what this is saying is if there is something available on the serial port, and that's going to be something's coming in from the computer, I want to read that. I'm going to write as a temp. So temp is equal to serial.read. And because it's a serial port, I'm going to declare this temp right here as a character. So character is going to be temp. So if there is something available on my serial port, I want to read it and store it as my temporary variable. And then I want to look at what this temporary variable is. So if temp is equal to, let's go capital L. If it's equal to a capital L, I want to turn my LED on. So I want to digital write my LED pin on. And I also want to print out to my serial port serial.println, and I want to say my LED is on. Now I also want to check else if this temp variable is equal to, let's say, a lowercase l. And if it's equal to a lowercase l, then I want to turn my LED pin low. So I'm going to turn my LED pin off. And I want to print out serial.println is LED is off. And I think all my parentheses are lining up, and they do. And then finally, I'm going to put an else statement in, and I'm going to, if the character I send is not a capital L or a lowercase l, that means I'm going to serial.println, and I'm going to say invalid command. And we're going to upload this and see how it works. Oops. Else if is two different words. So if we're done uploading, and we're going to go to Tools, Serial Monitor. And it's waiting for a command for us to do something. So if I type in a capital L and I hit enter, then my LED turns on and it displays the command, my LED is on. If I type in a lowercase l and I hit enter, my LED turns off and it displays the command LED is off. Now if I type in something like, say, a capital A, it's an invalid command. So thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something from this video.